Amy Slaton Halterman, the heart of TLC's 1000, LB Sisters, has always lived her life under the glaring eye of the public. From battling obesity with her sister Tammy to navigating the complexities of marriage, divorce, and motherhood, Amy's life has unfolded in front of millions. But in 2025, a series of jaw-dropping developments pushed Amy's journey into even murkier waters: an unexpected arrest, a public custody battle over her children, and the mysterious introduction of what fans are calling her new baby. What started as whispers among the 1000 LB Sisters fan community has spiraled into a full-blown media storm. Everyone wants to know, what really happened to Amy Slaton? Where do things stand with her sons, Gage and Glenn? And what is this talk about a new baby? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's take a deep dive into Amy's chaotic, emotional, and ultimately courageous new chapter. Chapter 1. A reality star in crisis. In early 2025, Amy Slaton seemed to be enjoying a moment of peace. She had undergone significant weight loss, was adjusting to life as a single mom after her divorce from Michael Halterman, and had reportedly started dating someone new, Brian, a quiet but supportive man she met through mutual friends. Fans had seen glimpses of her new life through Instagram Lives, TikTok updates, and behind-the-scenes fan meet and greets. But that tranquility shattered when local news in Kentucky reported Amy's arrest after a heated domestic altercation in her home. Rumors swirled that a neighbor had called the police following screaming, glass breaking, and a baby crying. The reports painted a dramatic image: Amy being taken into custody in front of her children, crying and shouting about being misunderstood. Although she was released within 24 hours, the event shook her community, and the court wasn't taking any chances when it came to child welfare. Suddenly, custody of her two sons was in question, and the world that Amy had tried so hard to rebuild after her divorce felt like it was collapsing again. Chapter 2. Gage and Glenn, the heart of Amy's world. Amy's sons, Gage, born in 2020, and Glenn, born in 2022, have been a central part of her emotional journey on 1000 LB Sisters. They've represented not just her transition into motherhood, but her deep desire to build a life filled with love and stability, something she felt she missed growing up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. When Child Protective Services became involved following the arrest, Amy temporarily lost full custody of her boys. Michael, her ex-husband, was granted temporary primary custody while the investigation into the arrest unfolded. This arrangement crushed Amy. "Being away from my babies is like having my soul ripped out of my chest," she later confessed in an exclusive interview with People magazine. However, Amy was determined not to let her past define her future. She quickly enrolled in anger management classes, began therapy, and started attending parenting workshops. Her goal? To prove to the courts and to herself that she was capable, stable, and the mother her children deserved. Chapter 3. The internet erupts. Who is the new baby? Just as the drama surrounding her arrest and custody hearing began to cool down, Amy threw gasoline on the fire by posting a cryptic Instagram photo. It featured her holding a small baby wrapped in a hospital blanket, her eyes red from crying but smiling. The caption read only, "My little blessing. Welcome to the world, sweet baby." Fans and tabloids erupted with questions. Was Amy pregnant again? Did she secretly adopt? Who is the father? And most notably, where were Gage and Glenn? Within hours, hashtags like #AmySlatonNewBaby and #1000LBSistersDrama were trending across social media platforms. Some fans speculated it was a publicity stunt, while others feared she'd had another child taken from her. In a YouTube video posted days later, Amy finally spoke directly to her fans. "This baby isn't mine. Not biologically," she explained. "He's the son of someone I care about very deeply. I'm stepping in as a godmother and possibly more because his mother can't raise him right now." Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The baby, named Elijah, was reportedly the child of Amy's cousin who had struggled with addiction and was deemed unfit to parent. Amy had temporarily taken the infant in under a kinship care agreement, which allowed her to raise Elijah while legal guardianship matters were being determined. Chapter 4: Custody Hearings and Courtroom Drama. Throughout the spring of 2025, Amy found herself spending more time in courtrooms than in her own living room. The custody hearing for Gage and Glenn was tense. Michael's legal team argued that Amy's emotional instability, recent arrest, and sudden entanglement with another child made her an unfit parent. But Amy's attorney pushed back hard, presenting evidence of her efforts to rehabilitate, including completed anger management programs, glowing therapist reviews, and supportive testimonies from friends and family, Tammy included. In a dramatic moment that fans will likely see on Season 8 of 1000, LB SISTRR, the judge reportedly turned to Amy and asked, "Do you believe adding another child into your care right now is in the best interest of your own children?" Amy's response was raw and real. "I love all three boys. But Gage and Glenn are my world, my heart, my everything. I'll step back from anything if it means being their mother again." That emotional statement seemed to sway the court. In May 2025, Amy was granted shared custody, with stipulations that included co-parenting classes with Michael and weekly mental health check-ins. Chapter 5: Co-parenting with an ex, Amy and Michael's uneasy truce. Although Michael Halterman has largely stayed out of the spotlight since his split from Amy, 1000, LB SISTRR's viewers remember him as a quiet, supportive figure who began to withdraw emotionally as their family grew. Now, the two had no choice but to find common ground, not as spouses, but as co-parents. According to inside sources close to the show, the co-parenting classes have had mixed results. Michael still holds resentment over Amy's lifestyle choices and her relationship with Brian, while Amy feels Michael abandoned her when she needed him most. Still, they've managed to create a routine where the boys spend alternating weeks with each parent, and both are expected to attend counseling sessions together. For Amy, the arrangement isn't ideal, but it's better than the alternative. "Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. They need their daddy," she said in a teary Instagram live. "And they need their mommy too. We're both trying even when it's hard." Chapter 6: New baby, Elijah, and the future of kinship. With Gage and Glenn finally back in her life, many assumed Amy would step away from the baby she introduced just months earlier. But Amy had other plans. She continued to care for Elijah while the courts debated permanent guardianship. Though not legally hers, Amy described Elijah as the baby who healed parts of me I didn't know were broken. In June 2025, Amy filed a petition to adopt Elijah outright. This decision was met with intense criticism online. Some accused Amy of biting off more than she can chew, while others applauded her compassion. Tammy, in an episode teaser from 1000, LB SISTRR, seemed skeptical, saying, "Girl, you just got your boys back. You sure you ready for another baby?" But Amy has always been driven by emotion and love, and this was no different. "I didn't plan for any of this," she shared in an emotional vlog. But sometimes love shows up unannounced. "Elijah is part of my family now, no matter what the law says." Chapter 7: Fans React. A divided audience. Amy's fans have followed her through weight loss surgeries, pregnancies, heartbreaks, and triumphs. But the events of 2025 divided her audience like never before. Some praised her bravery, calling her a role model for mothers in crisis. They applauded her for standing up in court, for working to better herself, and for opening her heart to a child in need. Others were less forgiving. "She needs to focus on herself before taking on more responsibilities," wrote one fan on Reddit. "This isn't a Hallmark movie. It's real life." Still, one thing was clear: Amy Slaton was no longer the timid, uncertain girl from Season 1. She was a mother fighting tooth and nail for her family, and win or lose, She was showing up for her kids every single day. Chapter 8: Redemption and Rebirth. As summer began, Amy's life looked very different from the chaos that engulfed her just months earlier. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. She had her boys with her. Custody agreements were in place. She was still caring for baby Elijah while the adoption process slowly moved forward. Her relationship with Brian had survived the storm, though she admitted, "We've had to slow down and recenter on what matters most." Tammy, now slimmer and more confident than ever, stood by Amy's side throughout. "We've been through hell and back," Tammy told Entertainment Tonight, "but my sister's stronger than people think. She's proving that every day." The Slaton sisters had long been symbols of transformation. But in 2025, Amy's transformation wasn't just physical, it was emotional, maternal, and deeply spiritual. She ended a recent vlog with a message to her fans. "We all make mistakes. We all fall down. But if you're lucky and stubborn, you get to stand back up and start over. That's what I'm doing. For me, for my boys, for our future." Final word: a mother first. Amy Slaton's road has never been easy, and 2025 proved to be her most difficult year yet. From public disgrace to personal redemption, she's weathered storms that would have shattered most people. But if her story proves anything, it's this: you can fall, fail, and still rise again. Amy isn't just the star of 1000 LB Sisters, she's a reminder that motherhood, recovery, and healing are messy, beautiful, and above all, worth fighting for. And for Gage, Glenn, and maybe even baby Elijah, that fight is far from over. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.